Hey guys, what's up? Angrentv with another Path of Exile 2 build guide, and today I want to show you my stat stacking Gemling Legionnaire. And I asked myself, can you get this build going for a kind of budget variant? So you need at least the 2 divines for the Hand of Wisdom in action and the some 10 or 20 X for a bad Pillar of the Cage God. And I thought about myself, can I get this going with just the 2 items? The short answer is it is kind of difficult. You need at least like 15 divines to at least get this build going, and even then you will struggle against bosses at the beginning. But if you're gonna invest more gear into the build, you will ramp up more damage and you will come to a point where you will just obliterate everything. So I will give you a quick guide on how to skill, how to get your gem systems right. Let's talk about the gear first, because this is the most important part for this build. So as I said, you will need at least Hand of Wisdom in action. They're currently between 2 and 4 divine, and also a normal Pillar of the Cage God. It is pretty cheap. And you also need a Warrior Invictus with the modifier for all elemental resistances, per socketed rune or soul core, and then you will socket your elemental resistance that you will get on your maximum resistance. So this is also the important part. You will struggle with the defense a lot in the beginning. So the Warrior Invictus should also be around 2 or 3 divine to get that 3 items first. And with that items, if you want to do this on a budget, you can start with this. Also a kind of cheap variant to get our Herald of Ice going with our Tempest Flurry is to get the 3 dragons, because it will turn our chance to shock into a chance to freeze, and then we can activate our Herald of Ice. Because you're using 3 dragons now, your lightning damage will freeze the enemies now, but you cannot shock them any longer, and shock will give you a huge damage multiplier. So what are we doing to shock the enemies now? Well, we're gonna use our fire damage, because fire damage from hits contributes to shock chance. But how are we gonna get fire damage? There is a little note in the passive tree, the volcanic skin, that will give us 8% of our damage as extra fire damage. This will enable our fire damage to also inflict more shock on our targets. And in addition, you can also take a fire infusion on your Herald of Ice if you want to have higher uptime on your shock chances. But keep in mind, you're going to use fire infusion, you will deal less cold and lightning damage. So use fire infusion if your shock chance still doesn't feel right. Currently I am not using it, and ideally you want to have this with a 30 spirit corruption, but it is around 3 to 4 divine, and then you can also switch out your amulet with a better one. We talked about now the core items that you should definitely get. So as I said, around 10 divines, maybe even 15 divines, because I got the ingenuity of my Sorg, and this helped me a lot. This is also around 4 to 5 divines. Your main goal is to maximize your defense, your elemental resistances, and also your life and your mana. Right now I'm playing with Mind Over Matter, because I have a bigger defense pool. To get your resistances maxed, you will need to get the Warrior Invictus with the Aileres, and then just socket all of your Aileres into your gear, and then also socket some Chaos Rest into your gear, and also try to get Ingenuity so your rings are better, and then get at least 1 ring with some Aileres onto it until you have better gear, and until you can start to invest in some of the Grand Spectrum, because Grand Spectrum will solve your Aileres. But as you can see, it is 6 divine per Grand Spectrum, and you need like 3 or 4 of it. So it's around 18 to 24 divine orbs. So you can solve your Aile resistance with just your jewel. You need to work around that and get at least 1 ring with some resistance and some life and max mana, and also get your boots with some fire and cold rest, so you can get up to 75% of all of your resistance, and also get chaos rest on your boots. I need to get some better ones. As you can see, I will also post some trade links in the comments down below, so you can also check out just the trade links. As you can, I got boots here for around 1 divine orb. They will have increased movement speed, max life, max mana, int, cold, and chaos rest. And then just look what rest you need. But these are some cool boots you can get to stack even more of your rest. And these are also the upgrades you should prioritize first. So first, get your combo of your chest, your Hand of Wisdom in action, and your 3 dragons as the stuff and also Ingenuity with some rings, and then start to stack your attributes with your second ring. Get strength, int, and dex, and some max mana and life. The physical damage is wasted because you ideally want to have more increased chance for rarity, or to have lightning flat damage to boost your lightning damage. After you acquire this and you have the current spectrum for around 18 to 24 divines, get a 3 dragons helm for 1 or 2 divine orbs with 30 spirit, because then you can change out your amulet with some proper stats. Maybe you can also get your resistance on your amulet, or you can get some level to your gems, or some dex stack, or some intelligence stack, and you won't need Astra Menace. Astra Menace is the Giga Pinnacle item, but it is also really expensive, and this build will also do really good without the Astra Menace. And after you got your gear, your spirit helm, and after you got a grand spectrum with all of the stacking elemental res, swap out your second ring and get also some stat stacking on your second ring, because this will also be really good, and get a better Ingenuity. Right now I have 52% for like 4 divine orbs, and also get some better boots with some better stat stacking, and also get a better Pillar of the Cage Guard with even more stats. And you can also get the Melting Maelstrom for even more damage for around 4 to 5 divine orbs as your unique flash, so you will deal even more damage and chaos damage over time. I will also put a full chart planner in the description so you can check this out. So after we discuss the most important thing, the gear, we're gonna go now to the skills, and after that to our Skilltree. But if you liked this video until now and you want to support me, please leave a like and a sub. It would boost my channel tremendously and would mean a lot to me. And also follow me on Twitch, where I will also stream multiple times a week. So let's gonna discuss the skills now. This is still a work in progress. I'm currently only have like 1 5 link, and the rest of the skills are all 4 links. As I said, you will see the full links in the chart planner. And for our Tempest Flurry, we're going to use Inspiration, Ice Bite, Martial Tempo, and Rage. And for the last slot, you can take Bullseye for more accuracy rating. And because of Ice Bite, we also going to do cold damage, so we also going to now ignite the enemies. So that's also a cool benefit. So we're going to inflict all of our 3 ailments, and with the infliction of all of our 3 ailments, our Tempest Spell will do even more damage. For the second slot, go for the charge stuff. Also go for Execute, so you're gonna do more damage against enemies that are below 40% of their life. Go for Persistence, so your buff will keep longer, and also go for Close Combat, so your supported skills will deal 25% more attack damage with enemies in your range. For your Tempest spell, go for Overabundance, so you can cast this twice. Also go for Lightning Exposure, so your enemies will get Lightning Exposure. And also Concentrated Effect, so it will deal more damage. Also for your next slot, also go for Strip Away, so you're gonna have even more of this effect. And for your last socket, you can take whatever you want. So for your Hand of Chayula, you're gonna use this to apply your curse on your second weapon setup. So you're gonna cast this with your second weapon set. You will cast other skills with your first weapon setup, so you're constantly switching your weapon setups around. You only need this kind of for bosses, so you will curse them with Conductivity and also Wall Tank Mark, so they will get more lightning damage. And for your Herald of Ice, you're gonna go with Causing Current with Magnified Effect and Primal Armament. And as I said, either Fine Fusion or some other support skill, I will post it in the chart planner in the description down below. And for Herald of Thunder, go for Innervate, Lightning Infusion, Long Shot for more lightning damage. Then also go for Wind Dancer. It is your defensive buff. You will get more evasion rating per stage. Go for Clarity. Also Blind, so you will blind the enemies on hit. And also Maim, so your spot attacks will always maim the enemies on hit. And for your last slot, go for the Combat Frenzy. So you're gonna generate a Frenzy Charge if you're gonna freeze the enemies. With Profusion, you have a chance to generate an additional charge, and with your Keystone Resonance, you're gonna generate a power charge instead of a frenzy charge, and then you can use your charge stuff. And your rotations also pretty simple. Just always attack with Tempest Flurry. If you have power charges, use charge stuff and look on your buff timer that it won't run out, and use Tempest Spell on like rare enemies or unique enemies when you can't one-shot them, and for your connectivity, apply attack the enemies with Hand of Chayula. So for your skill tree, if you still need a leveling version before you're gonna switch to the stat stacking, you can also check out my leveling build with that will only level with the Pillar of the Caged God. But if you have all of the setup going, just skill your intelligence and dex nodes, and also a skill quick change X, so you have increased weapon swap speed, but I need more levels. I'm only level 76 right now. Then go more to the south, and also skill polymathy for increased attributes, and also skill check off all traits, so you're gonna get more damage per 5 of your lowest attributes, and then take your way up here, and then skill resonance. And if you have resonance, you can start going for your charged stuff and the setup with your frenzy charges. Also go for blinding flash, so you're gonna blind the enemies on hit, and then also skill your Falcon technique, so you're gonna get more increased attack speed the more dex you're gonna have, and also some that dex nodes. Skill also martial artistry for more accuracy rating, and on your skill tree, after you acquired your resonance, take your way up your insanity, you will get more intelligence. You can also go for pure power, but try to get this with a unique tool, and also get your volcanic skin, because as I said, we're gonna get extra fire damage. Also take the unique jewel, the Mega Luminiac, so you can get your volcanic skin without getting these fire damage nodes. And you can also, if you want, go for Mind Over Matter. So you have your mana as your extra defense pool. I'm trying this out right now, and it feels at least good right now. And after that, go for like Lightning Rod and some more lightning buffs like Wildstorms. You're gonna do more maximum lightning damage, and then also stack some more stats. I hope I could show you a cool build guide. As I said, it is a work in progress, and if you have some questions, ask them in the comments down below. If you also have some tips for this build because you're already playing this longer than me, then you can also write them in the comments down below. And yeah, I will play this build more because it makes a lot of fun, and I will try out how much divines you need to get into the very end game. And if you like this video, please leave a like and a sub. It would boost my channel tremendously. And until the next video, bye.